collectors, and welcome to another Bossk Bounty video. And in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Tusken Warrior from the Book of Boba Fett. Now, when it originally aired, when it was first on Disney Plus and we were watching it, this character was definitely one of the characters that I wanted Hasbro to make in the Vintage Collection, and finally we've got it. Takes a bit of time, but we've got it. And what a glorious card back this is, and we're going to take a look at that now. So if you happen to enjoy the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and all that. And what a great card back that is. Really good image of the Tusken Warrior. I believe it's a female character, so it's the female Tusken Warrior. And obviously we're getting that 4-pack with the Chieftain to go with her, with some other Tusken Raiders, which is pretty cool. So we're going to have a nice little set of them. And you can also get her in a deluxe pack with the Massif Dog, which is a bit strange, I've got to say. I've already seen a lot of people that have said, they're cancelling their order for this one because they're just going to get the deluxe one because they want the dog as well. Obviously, carded collectors are going to want this one. But, I just find that a bit strange, the way they've done that. She is VC279. I've already reviewed Darth Vader. And there's the rest of the wave. And there's some figures from the previous wave as well. That's the import sticker. I did get these from In Demand Toys in the UK. I think the Tusken Warrior was one of the figures that you could order individually. I believe when she was announced you could pre-order her, but the rest of the wave I don't think you can. So when you go onto Entertainment Earth and you look at the wave, she's the only character that's sort of there. The rest of them are like blanked out, but she's in the same wave with the Han Solo Endor and the Darth Vader. If you haven't seen that video where I've looked at the whole wave, it's on the channel, and I'll leave a link in the card up there. But yeah, there's the Book of Boba Fett logo, which we're getting a few of, and I'm loving that sort of lime green just behind the figure and on the name pill there. And it's, yeah, as I say, it's a great image. Really, really good. And that's enough talk. Let's just open up the bubble and check out the figure. All right then, so here she is out of the packaging, and I've just got her in a pretty simple pose there, just so you can check out the figure out of the packaging. And in a second, we will take a much closer look at her. We will look at all of the details, the articulation, and of course, look at the reuse that they've used on this figure to get this figure out. Now, I'm thinking it does look pretty screen accurate. I'm quite happy with it. I always did wonder how they would accomplish the headdress, because in the show, she has these like sort of material tassels that come down from the headdress. In certain scenes, it looked like dreadlocks, like hair, but it's not. It is actual sort of material and tassels, and I think they've done it pretty well. We'll turn the figure around in a second so you can see what it looks like from the back. I'm liking the paintwork on the actual face of the head sculpt. I think that's pretty good. And yeah, they've managed to sort of kit bash this figure really to get her out, but I think they've done a pretty good job. So let's just turn her around quickly so you can just see the back of those tassels there. There's the back of the tassels on that headdress, draping right down her shoulders. And yeah, she looks pretty cool. So let's take a look closer up. All right then, so here we have a super close-up look at the Tusken Warrior, so you can get a good look at that head sculpt there. I think they've done a really good job. I'm 99.9% sure that the head is all new, not just because of the tassels that are hanging down, but also the actual front of the face is quite different to any other Tusken that we have in the Vintage Collection. You can see it that has those like pipe things on the top of her head coming through that headdress. And if we just turn her around, there's those sort of material stroke tassels that they've done there, and they are of a soft plastic, a real soft plastic. So, you are going to be able to move the head around, and those things are going to move with it, no problem at all. The head is on a ball because we're going to talk about the torso in a second. It is an older torso, an older figure. And then she has this sort of piece here. Let's just see if that's removable. So we'll just pop the head off. And it is. So this piece is removable as well, and this is a soft rubbery plastic with splits on the side to enable her arms to move up to shoulder height. And you can just see the bit of paint apps there on there with that little sort of buckle holding it together. So I think those look quite accurate. Now, when we look at the body, many of you eagle-eyed people will probably realise that this body has been used before. I can't 100% remember which Rey it is. It's either the Force Awakens one or the one from the Rise of Skywalker. I want to say the Force Awakens one, but I'm probably getting that wrong. So the torso and the arms are from Rey. Now, I always thought that her arms were a little bit too skinny, but I think they've accomplished what they needed to accomplish on this. And I do like that new sculpted belt, which does move around with the figure. So you can sort of move that around all the way around 360. And some really nice detail on the front of that there. And then you've got the soft goods skirt, if you like. Now, I do want some help here in terms of figuring out whose legs they've used, because I didn't know whether these were new legs or not. So we're just going to take the skirt up slightly there, and I'm not sure if they're barbell. I don't think they're barbell, are they? They look like hinges to me. So I don't think they're the barbell hips, but they're really good hinges, those ones. So anyone out there able to tell me if those are, you know, new legs or if they've been reused from somebody else? Let me know in the comments. She does have decent knees as well. So yeah, when I'm kind of looking at this, I'm thinking maybe she has kind of masculine legs and then more feminine sort of torso and arms. But it doesn't really matter because, of course, you have this skirt sort of covering the legs all the time anyway. I don't see any reason why you're not going to have that. There's some nice paintwork on the belt there going around, and it just goes all the way around there. So as I said, I think they've done quite well in being able to make this figure, kit bashing it from the Rey figure, of course. And there's this piece here that just slots over there, and then we'll put the head back on. But of course, you know, using an older figure, then it does have some of the older articulation, so it has the ball on the head rather than a double barbell. And yeah, I don't think they're the barbell hips either, but it's still a great looking figure. It's still going to look great in the collection with the other Tuskens. And let's just have a quick look at the rest of the articulation. So the head is on the ball. You've got the hinged at the shoulders, hinges at the elbows. We have swivel wrists, and no, there is a hinge at the wrist as well, which is good. Rey had that. We have a sort of ball on the torso there, or at the waist, which obviously swivels and crunches a little bit. We've seen those hips, we've seen the knees, and then she does have rocker ankles. I know a lot of people said that her feet were actually quite big. In the flesh, in hand, it, you know, I really can't see it. It doesn't really bother me at all, those feet. Yes, they're bigger than I would have thought they are, but, you know, it really doesn't bother me at all. She comes with one accessory, which is her gaffy stick, which is painted all brown, except for the end, which is silver here. And there is some slight detailing on the gaffy stick there where she holds it, and also at the end there. You can just see the detailing in the sculpt. Very much like the other gaffy sticks that we've had. Okay then, and just to finish up the review, I've got her standing there with the Massif. This isn't the Massif that we're getting this year. This is the original version that came out in, what, 2002, I think it was, with the Attack of the Clones line, that sort of blue packaging. He came with a Tusken Raider, but I think you could get him with another figure as well if you wanted to. But it's a pretty good Massif dog-like creature, but I'm looking forward to the new one, most definitely, because that's kind of a bit more articulation and looks a bit more screen accurate. But she looks pretty cool with that dog Massif thing for now, and she's going to look great with some other figures that I have. So all in all, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like down below if you have enjoyed the video. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and channel members. Your support means a great deal to me as always. So thank you so much. Thanks for watching everybody, and we shall see you on the next one.